So guys, you can see two codes over here. We have designed a 2:1 MUX. On the right side, we have our design code, and on the left side, we have the test code. Here we have the simulation result. Now on the right side, if you go, you will see we just initialize a module called MUX, and this is the equation we are following. And IO, first variable, input I1 is the second input, select is the third input. We can also call it enable. This is IN1, input 2. And then we have the output variable called Y. Now this is our equation for the MUX. We implemented this in this form. Assign Y is equal to, as a combinational logic, Y is equal to IO multiplied by negation of select, this select, and then plus I1 multiplied by negation of select. Like first input variable multiplied by negative, negation of select, plus I1 multiplied by select. And then on the left side, we wrote a test bench to test our result, like is this equation correctly implemented or not. We just initialized a module, we connected the ports, we started writing our test codes. We used a $monitor command to display the result. First of all, we are displaying the time, then the value of I0, then I1, then select, and then the value of Y. And then from where the value of first variable is fetched from system clock, $time, IO is fetched from the variable IO, I1 from I1, select from select, and Y from Y variable. And now there we wrote our complete truth table. You can see it's just a truth table I wrote here because we have 3 input variable. So it's 2 power 3, 8. Now select 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, just like you do in a truth table, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Between every of this statement, test case, I have a delay of 1 nanosecond. So we can see the results on the simulation in an easy manner. Now see on the simulation, at time 0, we have IO 0, I1 0, select 0, Y 0. At time 1, it was similarly just like a truth table. So this is our first, you can say, variable of the truth table, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then second 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. I1 is the third, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And then this is the output. Y is equal to 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is calculated by this command of MUX. Now, if we check on the Google, is this table correct? Now, I have checked here. There are many tables. One, I found this one. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 for the MUX 2 to 1. So we check 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Perfect. We do counter check with someone else as well. Okay, this work as well. So this is from ResearchGate. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. I go back and I check again. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So that's perfect. So our equation worked perfectly fine that we implemented on our Verilog code. So our design of the 2 to 1 MUX based upon this equation is working perfectly fine. Hello guys, welcome to Learning Microcontrollers. In this lecture, we are gonna make a 2 to 1 MUX in Verilog. Demo code and simulation will be on EDA Playground. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So guys, go to your Google. First of all, I was just checking about MUX here. Like I just wrote on the Google 2:1 MUX table and equation, what it is like. Now, if you go and you check in your book or anywhere, you will find out that the equation for MUX is this. This is the equation for MUX. This one. Y is equal to input 0 multiplied by select, negation of select, plus I1 multiplied by S, select. Now, this is a standard equation. You can see it at multiple other places as well. This. So we can use this equation to design our MUX, this one, like Z is equal to A dot S dot, same thing, plus B dot S. Like with the first input variable, you multiply the negation of select or enable, we also call it enable as well, plus second variable multiply by enable. So we make our MUX now. To make the MUX, we just take one of these equations. So this is looking more neat. We take this equation as a reference to make our 2 to 1 MUX. Then we will generate a table on the EDA Playground. Now go to the Google and write down the EDA Playground. So let's start making our MUX Verilog code. Wait, there you go. I am signed in using my institutional email. If you are not signed in using your institutional email or organizational email address, you will not be able to use these commercial simulators. But with Gmail, Yahoo, etc., you can use these GHDL validator recurrence. If they are fine for you and they are fine, then no issue. Okay, first thing first. First of all, we take that equation for reference. We write it down. Y is equal to, we write this equation for reference. Y is equal to, that is our MUX equation on which I will design my code. I0 into S naught like this plus I1 into S. I just want keeping it to remember. I don't have to go on this tab again and again. I first variable into S naught plus second variable into select. So first of all, we make a module here. Then we will make a test bench. This will be our design code and this will be the test code. This will be the device under test. And then we will test this using the test bench. So we write our code here. First of all, take a module. Name it anything you want. I call it MUX. So first variable, I take it input I0. That is my first variable. Second variable, input I1. This is the second variable. Now third input variable is a select, or you can call it enable as well. And now for the output reg, I take Y like this. Now these are the four variables in this equation. One is output, I naught is the input, and then we also add multiply here so you don't get confused. I naught multiply by first variable multiply by negation of select, second variable multiply by negation of select. So total 1, 2, 3, 4 variable. This is the same variable. This is just a not of S, not of select. So it will be one variable select. So there we have the variables. Now we can write the equation. Now you can directly write the equation using the assign command, or you can also use the always block as well. So that's up to you. So we just use the assign, and here I will write Y is equal to, first of all, I0 multiply by, this is the sign symbol for negation here, select. It will take the opposite value of select, there is a plus in between, plus I1 multiply by select like this and close. There you go. This is our equation for the MUX. Now we end module. Now this is our MUX here. Now we test this using a test bench. Instead of giving it values to I0, I1 and select over here, we will use a test bench like a professional. Although we can do that over here, but this do not looks professional. So we give values over here. So we write a test bench. First of all, we declare module to be tester. There you go, tester. Then we initialize the variables. I take the input variables as reg type, reg I0. I will write the same names because it will make my life easy when I will be connecting the ports and stuff. Reg I0, reg I1, both are 2-bit. Either it can have 0 or 1, that is what our requirement. Reg select like this, and then we have the output, and we take the output as wire, and I call it Y. That is it. These are my variables. Now I can connect the ports. We have the variables initialized. We first of all copy the name of the module which we want to connect to our test bench. We want to connect this module MUX. I write MUX here, space UUT. Then the variables you want to connect. I want to connect dot Y of my design to the, just write in sequence. I0 to of my this I0 to this I0 over here. That's why I wrote the names of the variables to be the same. If you wrote different names, no issue, but you have to do then effort over here. You have to write the same names here. Then I1 to I1. See how much easy it has become. Dot select to select. And dot Y to Y. I think Y to Y. Now the variables of my test bench are connected with the design code. Now I can control this code from there to do the testing. So now we write our test cases. I write initial, begin. We will end here. For every begin there is an end. I'm writing it now right now. Later I may forget to write that. Since we started the module as well, we write the end module as well like this. Now inside this we write our first test case. That will be the value of I0 equals to 0, value of I1 equals to 0, and at this time select is equal to 0. Select is equal to 0, when these are equal to 0. Now this will be my first test case. I am assigning the value of I0, 0, I1 0 and select 0. Then we will see what will be the Y on the simulator. Now to see what is happening here, we write this command. We also give a delay of 1 nanosecond here. So after that we will write the $display command, or we can use a $monitor, because if we use a $display then we have to use that command with every test case. So with $monitor you just have to write it one. If the value of any variable changes at any time interval, then it automatically updates that value on the terminal. So first of all we display the time %0t. Then I will display the value of I0 equals to % B. It will be in binary. So 0t means display the time as it is, do no changing, add no precision, etc. And binary means the data will be displayed in binary. Since the value of I0 can be either 1 or 0, so binary is enough. We do not need the decimal. Similarly, the value of I1 will be displayed after that. I1 is equal to, I think no space should be there. Okay, we give space after this, not after equal to %0b. Then again, this is the value of I1, I0, I1. Then we give some space and make it look beautiful. As select, value of select is equal to %select can also be either 0 or 1. 0b, sorry, b, remove the 0. Okay, that's fine. So this will be our values. And now we will also like to display the Y as well. The output Y is equal to, again, Y can be either 0 or 1, %B. Close inverted commas, write a comma. Now from where the value of the first variable will come from, that will be from the system clock, $time. From where the value of the next variable IO will come from, IO. From where the value of I1 will come from I1. From where the value of select will come from, select. From where the value of Y will come from, Y, and that's it. Now we close the brackets and write the inverted commas here. So this is how we will display the data. Now with the $monitor command, you also have to write $finish. It will keep on monitoring the variable until the $finish arrives and your simulation ends. So this is important command, because if you do not use it, then the system will not know when to end the simulation, show the results for debugging. So that's it. Now this is our first test case. I call it test case 1. Okay, we will just make a truth table type of stuff. So we copy these two commands, we paste them below here. Okay, there you go. Now at time interval 1, it will display, it will have this data. At time interval, next time interval, we will have the value of IO. Okay, we paste it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this 4 times means that select will be 0. When select is 0, then we have we make a truth table here, so we can get all the values 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, now it's like making a 3 variable truth table. Now another 4 times, so we can have the, because it's 2 power 3 means 8. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 till here. Now after that we will have the select going 1, 1, 1, another 1. So we can have all the 4. Here you go. Now select goes 1. So we are just making a truth table here, so we do not miss any value of the Y. 1, 1, 1. Now here 2, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So when the select is 0, we have 4 possibilities of I0 and I1. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, just like in the truth table. And then when the select has become 1, we are basically making a truth table for 3 variables. Like this is 0, 0, 0, 4 times 0, 4 times 1. So total 8 outputs will be of the Y. Since we didn't write Y here because Y is over there and ports are connected, whatever the values we assigned will be processed over here using this command, and the output will be displayed on the terminal. So there is the $finish command. That's it. There. we write it. Now, before I run the simulation, I will go to the left. I will select my simulator and I'm going to use a cadence. Then I save my work. Wait, let the work save. Now click on run. Okay, let me go down. Okay, see the simulation worked without any error. And now see what we are getting over here. I am mostly interested in the Y side. Now Y is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Now this is our table. When at time interval 1, I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7. 1 it has missed. First we debug the code, then we see the simulations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They are 8 while it's 7. No, there is a problem. Okay, we make it here as well, a delay here that it will start at 1 from here. Now click on run. See, now they start from 2, which is still wrong. We have 8 possibilities here. This is the problem with this one. It is missing. So what we do is that we bring it below the dollar monitor. Sometimes this happens. So now we run the simulations. Okay, now it's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, we moved it above the dollar monitor, so it skipped this. It skipped this command. So that's why we didn't show that. Okay. Now see, for our truth table that we made, first of all, the value of y is equal to 0. When at time interval 0, I is 0, I1 is 0. It is just a truth table. See, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Then the value of select 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. It basically comes at the first, but it's not an issue. We just printed it in this way. You can just move the select here at the first side. So no issue. So enable will be off for 4 possibilities, because when enable is 0, that is select pin is 0, then there is a 4 possibility for this variable. Either it can be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and when the enable is 1, similarly there are 4 possibilities: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. Now the output comes out to be y is equal to 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Now we go to the Google and check, is our truth table correct? Now we look for the truth table over here. This is a truth table, I think. Okay, y comes out to be, his y is also coming out to be 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Let's go back. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So the MUX is perfect. The MUX we designed and made is perfect. We also counter check with some other truth table as well. Okay, there we have the truth table. This one, exactly same, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. For the select input 1, input 2, output comes out to be 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And we go back, we check again. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Now see that this equation defines our MUX. So everything is revolving around this equation of MUX, and we have correctly implemented this in the Verilog. So our designed Verilog code is correctly running a 2:1 MUX. So guys, this is it. I hope you guys learned something from this lecture. If you guys have any questions, please do ask. We'll see you in the next lecture. Goodbye until then.